Guys, welcome to episode number 7 of the Derby Crime Life, and to start off this episode, we are currently bottom of our Champions Cup group. We have got 0 points on the board. Bruges have beaten us 3-0, and Bayern Munich actually only beat Villarreal 2-1, so it was a very close game. So I was expecting Bruges to be the easiest team, and we really struggled, so it's going to be interesting. We are at home for this game, which is a little bit of a help, and we have got a fully fit first team 11, so there's two nice things to this game. 2 days later, we've got the game against Spurs. I'll put a full fit team for that game, because then we've got 2 weeks off for the international break. Then Southampton, Bayern Munich, and potentially the West Ham game. I think I'll only go up to the Bayern though, but 2 Champions Cup games, probably the 2 biggest ones as well in this episode. And it's really nice having the Champions League. It just adds a little bit more to the season. Like last year, we obviously finished top 4. Will we be able to do that again this year? We'll have to wait and see. So let's go into the first game. It is at home, so there's a nice advantage for us, and hopefully we can at least get 1 point on the board. There's the team for Villarreal then. They are playing a 4-4-2, I think. There's an interesting team. They've got Unal up front, they've got Tregois in the midfield, and that Russian winger, Klosterman at the right back. There's a few improvements in that team. I'll quickly have a quick look over it properly. But we are playing on 5 at the back. I feel we need to give it a little bit of a run. I can't really write it off after in fairness, like a 2-2 draw at Arsenal at the Emirates, can't really complain about that. So yeah, there's their team. It's a bit of a 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2. They got Klosterman, Navas, Alvaro, Asensio in goal. He's quite decent. Tregois in the midfield, and Churasev, I think that's on the left-hand side. And then Sansone and Unal up front. 2 very good youngsters that grow into very good players. So hopefully we can get a positive result in this game, but we'll have to wait and see. Sansone with the ball into Unal. Now a layoff. It's been blocked, but it's still with Villarreal. It's flicked back, and it's in the back of the net. Oh, these little goals that they score. It is a really well worked goal. You've got to give him that, but it's a little bit against the run of play. It is the captain, Tregois. I think that's how you say his name anyway. Yeah, it's a nice flick back, and then again, my keeper just I don't think he's made a save all game long. It's just a really nice ball through. Like, I couldn't have done anything about that. And they make it 1-0. It's Vidra looking for the runner. Shirley's found him. Hopefully Schürrle can get the shot on target. And he does. Andre Schürrle. That's what I got him for, to get some goals in the Champions League for us. And that's what he's done. He's only been on the pitch 4 minutes and already had the impact. We need to get some points in this game. We can't be losing against the 2 easier teams. But then again, you might get a surprise and just win against Bayern Munich. That's how crazy this game is. But yeah, nice bit of passing play. Vidra just waiting for the run. And then the German finds the back of the net. Chance here for Villarreal, and it's in the back of the net. Last 10 minutes. I don't know what it is. I'm struggling at defending at the moment. They're just pinging it around like nothing. I think I need to make the pass accuracy, pass error slider a little more realistic. Because at the moment, every team is literally just carving us open like nothing. Now we've got a chance here. Tammy does get tackled though. Chance here for Schürrle to win it. Or to get a draw anyway. Hits the man. Off to Tammy. Saved by the keeper. It's probably going to be full time when it's cleared. And it is. Oh, we need to really pull it back now in these next 4 games, because we've lost the first 2. Their keeper was incredible. Some of the saves he made. But I think the pass error is a little bit too... Like, some of these passes are just stupid. Like, they're just... I know it's simple, but it's really annoying at the same time that literally none of the passes, this goal especially, was incredible. Like, I couldn't have done anything about that, and they're probably the better team. 2 shots on target for them and 5 for us. Just looking at the sliders then that we currently have on this save. They were working at one point, but I feel as the game gets updated, as EA do little updates here and there, I think we do need to change them again. So this pass error at 2 and 20 shot error, it's a little bit too strong for the AI. So I'm going to put that up to 25, and I'm going to go up to 10, I think, with the pass error. I think that's a little bit more acceptable. Of course, it's still going to be very difficult. Goalkeeper ability, I'll knock down by 1. Just some of the keepers sometimes are ridiculously good. And yeah, I think there are no major changes, but it's just really finding the sliders that work on each save is really important. Like when I did my Napoli save, I was finding certain games ridiculously. Like, I think I lost the first game 4-0 because of the sliders, and literally every shot went in. So it's really tough. Even though we're not doing well in the Champions League, we are currently 4th in the table. Spurs above us by 1 point, our next opponent, and Everton top with 14 points. So kind of an important game. We have got Vidra with 3 goals at the 3rd position. Gabriel Jesus at the top, of course, with Michael Antonio and Redmond. So we are going to be obviously coming against Redmond in this next game. Spurs are one of them teams. Sometimes I can actually beat them, and then other times I really struggle. So I may make a couple of changes, I think, just because of fitness. It's nice to see Tammy growing, even though he's not exactly performing that well. It's still nice to see he's grown in stats, because obviously we've got him until the end of the season. However, Darmian has dropped by a rating. Now he's identical rated to Max Lowe. And if you compare the two, the only thing that I really liked about Darmian was his height and his standard tackling. So it's not going to take too much for me to put Max Lowe in. Let's have a look at the Spurs lineup for them for today's game. They've gone for Hugo Lloris in goal, Aurier, Varane and Boateng as the 2 centre-backs, with Digne and Moussa Dembele. And I don't know who that other defensive midfielder is. I've never seen that name before. Redmond and Salvio out wide, Eriksen and Harry Kane up front. No Dele Alli, but still a very tough team, of course. On to Tammy, now into George Thorne with the run. He's found it into Schürrle's path. It's gone into the box, onto Tammy's head, and into the back of the net. That's what we needed. We needed a nice early goal against a tough team like Spurs. And that's why I've struggled in the Champions League. I've conceded first in all the games, and I'm having to come back in them. At least we've been positive there. Schürrle with a beautiful delivery, and easy work for Tammy to find the back of the net and get his 3rd goal this season. At least he's getting a few this year, not like the end of last year. Chance here for Tammy. It's through for Schürrle. Hopefully he can find the back of the net. He's hit it and he's found the back of the net. I think this is the combo we need to go for. Schürrle and Tammy up front. We were using Simon, but maybe he's a little bit more impactful off the bench. I think Schürrle's got a little bit more technique to him than Simon. Obviously Simon's got that pace. But Schürrle's got that lovely left foot and right foot, and does make it 2-0 for us in the 20th minute of the match. Chance here for Spurs, Eriksen, and it's in the top of the net. Oh, he's clinical. He's probably about 90 rated. He probably deserves to score the goal, but it's when you've changed the sliders, you're always like contemplating, is that the correct thing to happen? But the thing is, we were finding when we didn't have the sliders, we went on about, I think we were literally unbeaten in the Championship until about the last 5 games of the season. So I think it's the right thing to do. I don't want to be winning every game because it's very boring then. But some of the goals are a little bit suspect at times, but I think that was a fair one. Chance here for Spurs, and the first off. It's in the back of the net. Oh, we should have defended that better. Really poor from, well, it's kind of lucky at the same time, the deflection, but then Oxlade should have got the foot in. I don't know why he went, he should have just gone across instead of like trying to turn it around, but I don't know this game sometimes. But Eriksen's got the 2 goals, and we have got an injury to Schürrle. Hopefully that's not too bad. Chance here for Spurs. Kane's running through, but it's blocked by Kajar. Again, back to Kane off the crossbar, and it's in the back of the net. How annoyingly lucky do you want to get? It is Nathan Redmond, I think, the man I did mark out before the game. He's gone over to Pochettino, I think, there. But yeah, we got the tackling with Kajar, goes straight back to Kane, and then Darmian flicks it off the crossbar. My keeper probably would have saved it if he didn't do that. And we're 3-2 down. Chance here for Kane. It's in the back of the net. They're just too good, Spurs. They're one of them teams that have got one of those incredibly good potential. Like, it's just like, really? Why have you just fallen over there, Kajar? Harry Kane gets his 4th goal this season, and it pretty much wraps the game up, I think. A little bit of a shame. I really am struggling to get any performances out of Danny Ings as well. I'm really finding it quite tough to find the back of the net with him. Next full time against Spurs, 4-2 in the end. They're obviously a very good team. We started well with a couple of goals, but they brought it back. Like, we were 2-0 up at one point, and then just Eriksen, Redmond, and Kane finished us off. So it's probably deserved. They did have the possession and the shots. Next game then against Southampton. We have got the game in hand, so if we win it, we go back up to potentially 3rd in the table. So if we can get the positive result, it also leaves a gap. Like, if we lose the game, obviously Southampton will go above us. So we don't want that to happen. We want to stay in that top 8 at least. So away from home at St Mary's. I've gone back to basics. I think we do need to go back to the 4-2-3-1 and hopefully get a positive result. We've just really struggled in recent times. Also, Vidra, I don't think playing him where he was really beneficial. So yeah, we've gone back to this. Here we go then against Southampton. We have made a few changes. I've decided to put Oxlade-Chamberlain into centre mid, Schürrle on the left, Simon on the right, and Lowe at left back, just to give it a go. We've got Bayern Munich coming up next, so I want to maybe just try them out in the middle. So they've got McCarthy in goal, Svensson, Yoshida, Howdet, Johnny, Jonas Hector, Romeo, Inaki Williams, Holberg, Buffal, and Kevin Gamera up front. Now, Inaki Williams always does business against me when we seem to be playing Southampton, so let's see how we do with Ox in the midfield. Danny Ings bringing it forwards. Can he get us a late goal in this game at St Mary's? Not really got any options, but got it into Lawrence now. He's gone round the man. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. Saved by McCarthy again. He's made a good 5 or 6 saves. There it is, full time against Southampton. I don't know what it is about these teams, but like there's the Newcastles and the Southamptons, and I'm just not quite hitting them as hard as we need to, and they've got a point. So I don't mind a point. It would have been nice. We didn't really create too much good chances, so probably a fair result. Here we go then at the Allianz against Bayern Munich. Bruges actually drew with Bayern, so if we win the game, we still got a chance to get into that top positions, so we're definitely not out it. If we can get a positive result, then that'll be absolutely fantastic, but I just don't see how I can do it against a team like Bayern Munich. At least we were a lot more defensively solid in that game. That's one little benefit you can look at. I don't know if we can actually put Max Lowe in or not. I don't know if his stamina's quite... He was very good in the last game, I will give him that. You know what, I'll give him the game. I think he's earned it from that last one. He got us the point in the end. Obviously, attacking-wise, we weren't too solid, so I will make a few changes here and there. Here we are then at the Allianz. It is a really nice looking stadium. It's just one of those incredibly great stadiums in Germany. There's one of many, and it's incredible. So really can't wait to see the Bayern Munich lineup. It looks strong from the few faces that I've just seen, and they've got the same formations. They've got Neuer in goal, Kimmich, Ramos, who we were literally a couple of million away from getting, Hummels, Alaba, and then they've got Sanchez and Thiago. Obviously, Renato Sanchez is probably going to be quite high rated. Felipe Anderson, Lanzini, Gnabry, and Lewandowski up front. It's a very good team indeed. So you never know. Like for like, we may do something, and may cause a shock in this group. Half time then against Bayern Munich, currently 0-0. Don't mind a point, of course, but if we could nick a winner, that would be cheeky. Ball goes into the middle. Need to get a block in. And apparently that's a penalty. Really? It was like the way he controlled it was very awkward. More than George Thor making the foul there. I've literally just brought him off to. Really unlucky. Now it's Lewandowski against Fontana. Great. Oh, we were so close. 20 minutes to go, and we conceded. I don't think we're going to be able to get a goal. I don't know. Hughes is through it. I don't think he's quite got the pace, though, to really burn it through. Danny Ings is across. Hopefully can find him. Yes, he has. With the shot and with the goal. Danny Ings. 10 minutes to go. Oh, we needed that. We need a point from this game. We need something to hold on to if we have a chance of qualifying, of course. I don't know if you actually go to the Europa League. Let me know if that happens. If you finish third, do you go to the Europa League or do you just get knocked out? As simple as that. Because I wouldn't mind a Europa League. I know it's not amazing, but still a European Cup run. So Simon, can he get this winner for us? He's got the pace to get it into the box, but nobody's really in the box. It's now onto the edge to Jeff Hendrick with the shot, saved by Neuer. Would have kind of liked Hughes to have a go and see if he could score there, but 2 minutes to go. There's full time against Bayern Munich. Danny Ings did just go down injured in the last kick of the game, pretty much. Well, we got a point against Man United. Bayern Munich, there's the team, Luke. We almost got the winner here as well. Jeff Hendrick here. Neuer pulls off a ridiculous save and just about keeps him in it, but I'm really pleased that we got something from that game at the Allianz as well. So I think on that note, we're going to end off this episode here. Really glad we got that point against Bayern Munich. I'm going to have a look at the group to see what the situation's like and whether we still have a chance. Surprise, surprise, Marino's transfer's broken down again. And yeah, we got West Ham in the next episode, who are just above us. So if we win, we obviously leapfrog down and potentially go into the top 4. So looking at the table, which probably will take a while because that's how great this game is, we are currently in last position. So we're 4 points off getting into the top 2. We can potentially get up to 10 points with 3 wins. Obviously, we've played half the games. We've got 1 point. Is 10 points enough? That's the question. Because Villarreal will probably be. They'll probably be. They may not though. That's the thing. It's going to be so tight. That's the thing. Whether we do get in or not. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do we actually qualify for the Europa League if we don't get into the knockout stages of the Champions League? Let me know. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like if you did enjoy it,